Okay, so I guess I'm gonna try this because I'm totally out of ideas. And 5 seconds ago, I remembered that someone at some point, like someone on this channel at some point, mentioned that I should talk about something that's not science or, just not STEM and how I like it, I guess. And I don't know. I mean, okay. Like, I like chatting about everything. Well, okay, maybe not everything, but I like chatting about just totally random stuff. Um, Rocket Team launched this past weekend, and we were chatting about politics for the longest time. And then, the Clinton supporters and the Trump supporters were like just going back and forth, and I'm like, okay, okay, guys, stop, stop, stop. We're friends. Period. Let's end it here. Do you guys want to go play hearts? No, I'm being totally serious. Somebody actually brought along a deck of cards. And I'm just like, that is genius. Um, but yeah, I mean, okay, so I took an Intro to American History class and Intro to American Government and Politics, and I've also taken, like humanities class wise, I've also taken Intro to Comparative Politics and a bioethics class, which is actually pretty fascinating. Like philosophy is actually a branch of, well, I guess soft science that's pretty cool. Oh my god, I could talk about philosophy all day. Go watch Crash Course Philosophy. I love that series. Um, yeah, I mean, I'm not super passionate about humanity stuff, but I know a lot of just random things, I guess. Well, okay, maybe not a lot. Like, I know less about Chinese history than some Americans do. Whoops. But I know enough to get conversations going and like be able to answer the most basic questions that come from outside sources, like how I'm in the US right now and people ask me about Chinese government politics, history and stuff all the time. And like I know China was founded in 1949. Like Mao is the most looked up to person, like most respected person in like basically all of Chinese history. um like those kinds of things. And yeah, things like why Taiwan is trying to break off right now and Tibet's fighting for it. And then back in China I can talk about the Democratic Party and the Republican parties in the US, and how in general different people react to different, like the different presidential candidates. And I could talk about the election cycles, the primaries, electoral college stuff if I have to, US history a bit, like why the founding fathers made it the way it was, like why it seems like they could never get any bill passed at the White House. Like those types of things I could talk about. It's just the very basic fundamentals. And really, with a lot of these things, you kind of just soak in as you move along in life and chat with different people about it. So yeah, and I guess while we're on that track, speaking of chatting, so apparently, I don't know if I want to be happy or sad about this, but apparently there was a baseball game, and the entire internet blew up because Chicago won. And I suppose this is a really good story to end on, but this just proves like how much I do not follow the news. But so that day was the day, like in class, one of my professors mentioned like, oh, by the way, there's free tacos. Okay, tacos. So, in my programming class, whenever we need to declare a variable for whatever reason, like taco is the go-to thing now because it bugs the professor for whatever reason, and the students just think it's funny. And then so, he was asking for a name and we were like, taco. And then he was like, no, we're not doing taco. Give me a more descriptive name. And then so he went on, speaking of tacos, they're giving out free tacos at Taco Bell. And then we were like, wait, what? Why? And then he was like, wait, dude, how many people actually follow baseball? No, he asked how many people do not follow baseball. And probably the majority of the class raised their hands. So that was the first day I heard about the baseball game. That was supposed to be the seventh game in the World Championship. And then, so that night, I've totally forgotten about it. And then the entire internet exploded because Chicago won. And then I was like, what baseball thing here did Chicago win? What is this? I googled it, and that's when it all clicked with me. This is so bad. But yeah, congratulations Chicago, I guess. And then the following day I was chatting with some of my friends about this, and I am genuinely quoting someone here. You have to understand that the entire US was rooting for Chicago except for Cleveland. And I found that hilarious. And then so the following day when I met one of my professors and I greeted him really happily and cheerily, like normal Alice does, he immediately saw me and he was like, well, I could see you're not disappointed by the Cleveland loss yesterday. And I was like, well, you know what? I'm happy that I at least know what you're talking about. But I mean, honestly, also, I just don't have time to follow a lot of things. Politics news. I'll probably know who wins the election on Tuesday because of Facebook or Twitter, or because people would just be talking about it a lot on Wednesday, but who knows? Who knows? Whatever way it goes, it doesn't affect me. I don't have a say in it. I have not done my research at all in this, so I can't say exactly which side I'm on. I will say most of my friends are pro Hillary, but who knows? Okay, well, that was my little talk about non-science stuff. Hopefully you guys liked it. I don't know. Oh, classes just... Can't wait for Thanksgiving break. I genuinely cannot wait. Okay, bye.